But we gotta talk about the trailers first.
Okay.
So, first trailer that we should talk about because it was in the last movie we saw, but we forgot it.
Completely forgot what it was.
Which is not a good sign. Was Good Day to Die Hard.
After all these years, shouldn't it be like a good 10 years after the last one to Die Hard?
Well, I don't know. They killed the franchise like 2 movies ago. I have no interest to see this movie.
I won't see it.
Basically, John McClane goes to Russia, meets his kid, who's a spy, and they take down a villain.
And a boy, apparently. Sex changed during the last film? I don't know.
I didn't see the last one.
It had Mary Elizabeth Winstead as the daughter.
Ramona Flowers?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I just have no interest in seeing this film. I do like its tagline, though.
Which one is it?
Yippee-ki-yay, Mother Russia.
Yeah. I kept looking at the billboard at Silver City, and I'm like, what is that for?
Oh, that was pretty... I appreciated that. It's such a bad pun.
Yeah.
I don't even know if that counts as a pun. Maybe it's just bad. Yeah, it's evil villain who hates America, and he teams up with his kid, and the old dog teaches the young dog some new tricks, and shit blows up, and... Yeah. I like Bruce Willis, but I'll probably just go watch Looper again.
Yeah, I'll see this. I do like a good old blow things up fest. So I won't see it in theaters. I'll wait.
We also got another trailer for Warm Bodies, which
still won't see.
Nothing more to say about it. I talked about it ad nauseum. I just wish the movie would come out already. I still think it might be good. I just don't have an urge to see it.
Like there's still some.
John Malkovich will probably get angry and overpronunciate the things that he is upset about.
Are you mocking John Malkovich?
No, I wouldn't mock John Malkovich.
Yeah.
I don't have the charm of Dana Carvey or John Lovitz. And what was the other one?
The Host.
Oh yeah, The Host.
The new Twilight.
I didn't know that The Host was written. Like, I knew there was a book written by Stephanie Meyer called The Host, but I don't know anything about it. So when the trailer started, and it said Stephanie Meyer, I was like, oh wow, it looks better than Twilight.
Well, it's aliens.
I know nothing about it.
I don't think anybody can go wrong. Oh wait, yeah, you can go wrong with aliens. Pardon me, aliens. Yay. And that was it. 3 trailers.
No, because there was a trailer about aliens. Remember?
That was The Host.
No, no, it wasn't. Because there was the one, like, in this movie, it had no horror movie trailers in front of it except for one. Everything else was like a PG-13 kind of movie, which, bad sign when you're going to see a horror movie. But there was one, and I can't remember what it was called, but basically it's about people living in a house, and birds are flying into the house and, like, smashing the walls, and people are becoming all, like, possessed and shit. And,
That's right, it's called
The something.
The something.
Anyway, you see an alien at the end of the trailer, so that's...
Dark Skies.
Dark Skies? Was that
That's what it was called. You see the little girl riding the bike, and the lights dim, she looks up the sky, and you kind of go, oh, aliens
that looks like it could be okay.
It could be... No.
I like the bird scene.
The bird scene was great, and I leaned over to you, and I'm like, have you ever experienced this? Fucking seagulls used to fly into my house all the time. I was sitting there, and I was having flashbacks.
Did you have aliens in your house? Is that why?
No, we just had really stupid seagulls. Oh. Or really clear windows.
As opposed to those super highly intelligent seagulls. Yeah. Yeah, it looks okay. I noticed in The Host that they had blue eyes when they're an alien.
Some wicked blue eyes.
And then in Twilight they had red eyes. So if Stephanie and I write another book, then I assume they'll have green eyes. Or maybe purple, because it's like an infusion. It's possible. Anyway, I thought it was a pretty witty observation I made.
It's a great observation.
Yeah, I guess we'll talk about this movie now. So, major spoilers. First thing, plot rundown.
Okay, so... What happened? Oh yeah, so we start off with an abandoned vehicle and what it sounded like a news broadcast.
Just give the generic plot, yo.
Was it recent times or was it Wall Street? I couldn't pick if it was like the recent...
No, it was talking about the dad.
Yeah, that's what I thought, but it started talking about like the Wall Street...
Basically, the guy has 2 daughters. He kills 2 people in his office, kills his wife.
Which you don't see.
You don't see, because it's PG-13. Fuck, PG-13.
You see the eldest daughter.
Takes his daughters to the woods, into his cabin, and he's going to kill his daughter, which was a good scene.
Oh, it was such
Opening to this movie kicks ass. I was a big fan.
amazing.
It was very suspenseful and dark, and I like that. He gets stopped by this, ghostly entity.
This thing.
And then the movie starts. And 5 years later, his brother who's been searching for him for like 5 years, finds the two little girls, and they're all like crazy feral children. And so him and his wife, Jessica Chastain, such a babe. I know I've talked about it before, but such a babe. They take them in to live in their home, and then weird, spooky shit starts going down, and
And bam, we have a ghost film.
And that's pretty much it. And the dude gets taken out of it in like the first 30 minutes, which I appreciated because they kind of build him as a main character.
I think that was the last legitimately suspenseful scene for me in the film as well.
Was when he got knocked out.
But like all you see is the hole in the wall, and then her fingers come out, and blam, he's falling backwards down the stairs. And I'm like, okay. Yeah. And then it just kind of went downhill from there.
Yeah.
Downhill from there.
So we already kind of went into, in the first part, why I hate jump scares. And I do hate them because, like I said, it startles you for a second, and then you're fine. Your heart goes down, you're fine. It's not scary. What's scary is things that stick in your mind for days, and ideas and images, like really creative visual images that make you go like, ooh. For which this movie did do, just not enough and not frequently enough. One of my favorite parts of the movie is when you see one of the little girls is like playing tug of rope with her sister, and the way they do it is on one side of the screen they have a hallway, and then the other side is the kid's bedroom, so you can see down the hallway and into her bedroom,
and you kind of see Jessica Chastain walking around.
Yeah, Jessica Chastain's in the hall calling out to them, and the one girl's playing tug of rope with her sister. And then all of a sudden you see her sister is actually in the hallway and walks down into the hallway. And you're like, oh shit. And then you see the shadow of the mama figure playing tug of war with this little girl. And it's creepy as shit.
When you see the other daughter walk into the room and the other one's not playing tug of war anymore, and then you just see her feet hover above the door, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, it's great. There was a scene where where Jessica Chastain walks into the bedroom, and the little girl's like playing with one of the blankets, like under one of the blankets. In the corner? Yeah. And then she's like, Lily, it's time for supper. And then it cuts to the other little girl down in the kitchen with her sister playing.
And then like behind Jessica Chastain, she's like in the chest of Jaws, and I don't think you've discovered the portal information yet, but you see the thing stand up, turn into Mama, and walk into the closet.
And just like kind of slip through the closet. And nothing popped out at you, but it was scary as hell. And it was tense, and it was very visually pretty. There's a lot of like with the hair of the ghost woman that was very like pretty and lovely. I appreciated that as well.
Like she wasn't a scary figure. Like I look at Samara from The Ring. She was physically terrifying.
Yeah, well that sorry, go on.
No.
I was just gonna say that was one of the other things about this movie is CGI.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go on a whole rant about CGI because I rant about it every video. Number one though, a car crash, you can't fucking film a real car crashing. You have to CGI the fucking car crash.
There were children in the car.
You don't have, it's stunt driving. Put mannequins. I don't give a fuck.
I don't think I want to see two little innocent children.
I don't want to see actual children, but I would like to see a real car as opposed to this crazy spinning fake silver. Piss me off. I don't mind the CGI of the ghost as much because that's kind of one of those things where like.
Well, she was so contorted as well.
It's hard to do otherwise, and I think on some of the close-ups they did have a real person there, which I appreciated.
Well, they did use an actor for a lot of the facial features. They seriously prosthetic the shit out of it.
I feel though like this is bad, but do you not feel that the ghost kind of looked like a Down syndrome ghost?
Not at all.
No, I did. I just.
I think it looked as if she was to her story, you know.
Yeah,
After
I
a while,
don't know.
decay,
I found
being in the water. my hands go like really distorted after a long period.
But there's a way to do physical distortion, one that makes it scary and creepy, kind of like the Ring
that's
Girl
what I was
or whatever.
saying. Like she wasn't
and one that makes them look like
physically terrifying.
the fucking monster from the Goonies.
Yeah.
I can't believe I don't know his name.